To the great farmers of the United States, get ready to start making a lot of agricultural product to be sold inside of the United States. Tariffs will go on external product on April 2nd. Have fun! Now, we have a precedent for this. During the Trump administration, he did some tariffs that caused China to then decide, we're going to block all purchasing of soybeans, which led to bankruptcies of farms and farmers ending their own lives. Or, in Trump terms, have fun! Yeah. And some people have said, well, why don't farmers just change what they farm? Because you have to realize they don't have the equipment to farm something new. They have specially built equipment for the planting, the harvesting, the growing, and maybe their soil isn't built for it. Maybe their climate isn't built for a more popular internal crop. And even if it was something they could change, do they have the money? And if they had the money, do they have the money after the tariffs that are going into effect on China, Canada, and Mexico? Because Trump's wanting to put tariffs on blanket tariffs, but on top of that, they're looking at more tariffs for things like lumber and aluminum and steel, which would, be used to build facilities to then harvest other crops. Sure, these products all exist in America, but there is a limited quantity in America, which means prices will go up. And if you have to spend more money to upgrade your farm, and upgrading your farm costs more money, you're going to have to raise prices. That's if the consumer will be willing to pay more, which they aren't, so the farmers go bankrupt and some of them end their own lives. Now, for consumers, what this means is you're either going to be paying for expensive internal or external crops. Your grocery bill is going up either way. That is not a question. And we expect more tariff announcements tomorrow. He's so excited for that. Now, I know some people support Trump or Republicans in general, but don't like these tariffs. They don't like them. They think it's a bad move. It's wrong. The way it's going about it, at least, is wrong. It's going to cause a lot of harm. And maybe you want to talk to your local Republican representative about it. I feel you. That makes perfect sense. As a Republican, I would want to, right? If I was worried about this, especially if my prices keep going up. Well, they have a little fix for that. Because it's already happening in certain areas where things like Doge has really started impacting certain communities. Some Republicans have gone to Republican town halls and started questioning, hey, this is bad. This is damaging our local community. And the response from Trump is, paid troublemakers are attending Republican town hall meetings. It is all part of the game for the Democrats, but just like our big landslide election is not going to work for them, it wasn't a landslide, buddy, and they're not paid troublemakers. They are people that are actually suffering due to your policies. He doesn't care. So what I have to say is, if I was you, I would try to make any big purchases you can make right now if you can afford it. Tariffs are not going to lower those prices. And if there is some sort of a good that is really shelf stable and you buy it and you recognize that it's probably going to go up in price, American made or not, maybe bulk buy a little bit. And if you're wondering about eggs, there was a plan to import 240 million eggs from Turkey to try to alleviate some of our egg prices in America. That was a Trump administration plan. Imports, which presumably are going to have that tariff and the added cost of shipping across the globe, you're not getting those cheaper eggs. That was a campaign promise. That was a lie. Same with your grocery bill going down. That was a lie. And if you don't want to blame Trump, blame Elon. Because Elon is saying that publicly that, of course, these prices are going to go up. And it's just a little bit of pain you're going to have to deal with. Because he's not affected.